Today we'll learn how to submit timesheets for the Michigan Service Scholars AmeriCorps program. Begin by going to www.americorpsmi.org. From this screen, you'll select the year that you entered the program from the drop-down list and click Submit. This will bring you to a list of participating programs that use OnCorps. Scroll down until you see the Michigan Campus Compact logo, Michigan Service Scholars, and you'll click on AmeriCorps Members. The login page has news from our office that you can scroll through and look at. Enter your login and password. Now that you've entered the OnCorps program, you should see Welcome and Your Name here. You'll also see a list of timesheets that have been rejected, the reasons for the rejection, and an opportunity to review those. First, let's begin by entering time. Click on Member Hours. On the right-hand side, you'll see detailed instructions in case you forget how to submit time. Click on Timesheet. From the drop-down list, you'll select the period for which you want to enter time, and click Choose. At the top of the screen, you'll see an up-to-date table of your status in the program. Your name should appear here, that you're enrolled, and the hours you've committed to. So for all of you, that will be 300 hours. You'll see the total number of hours you've logged, how many of those are approved, and how many are pending, as well as a breakdown for fundraising, training, and direct service. On the right-hand side, you'll see your weeks left to complete, the hours left, and your average hours you need to complete per week. Let's begin entering time. On Thursday, August 13th, I spent 2 hours fundraising. During those 2 hours, I worked the concession booth at the basketball game to raise money for Relay for Life. On Friday, August 14th, I did 4 hours of training. During those 4 hours, I was trained on mentoring for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. On Saturday, August 15th, I spent 5 hours doing direct service. During those 5 hours, I worked at a local Habitat for Humanity project building a house. On the right-hand side, you'll see the total hours you spent each day. If you scroll down the page, you'll see the total hours in each category, as well as the total for the timesheet, which you see here is 11. At this point, I can either save the timesheet and come back later to submit more time, or I can click Authorize and Submit. Once you submit your timesheet, you can edit it, so it's important that you finished. I'm going to click Cancel and save my timesheet for later. Once my timesheet's been saved, I'm going to click Add to Update. Here you see 6 activities, of which we only require you to complete 3. Those 3 are Great Stories, Volunteer Mobilization, and Direct Service Activities. Let's begin with Great Stories. Here you'll see a list of all the great stories I've submitted thus far. I'll click Add a New Great Story. The name of my story today will be Tutoring Success. And this happened last week. In the big box, I'll describe my great story. My tutee brought his report card today. He was so excited to show me that he has improved his grades. It felt great. It's nice to know that your work is having an impact. When I finish my story, I'll click Save. The next section we'll complete is Volunteer Mobilization. And we'll click Add a New Volunteer Mobilization Event. This section's a little confusing because we don't ask you to fill out every box. Begin by entering the event name. For me, that's Relay for Life. And I did this just one time. The date for the event was last weekend. The impact area of the project we'll say was health and wellness. For my team, I recruited 15 volunteers, and each of those volunteers walked 10 hours, so they completed 150 hours of service. The rest of the boxes I can leave blank, but I'll scroll down and click Save. Next, I'll click on Direct Service Activities, and I'm going to add a new direct service activity. In this box, I'll put tutoring at Woodbridge Elementary. As well as the date, and I go there weekly. The number of people I serve is just 1, but if that changes, I can come back later and add more people. The next box is a bit confusing because it doesn't prompt you for the information that we need. I've input that information here. For me, the name of the agency is Woodbridge Elementary. I'll follow that by their full mailing address. And then my contact person, who's Sue Morrison. Sue's email, and her phone number. When I'm finished, I'll click Save. Now I've submitted my timesheet, my great stories, my volunteer mobilization, and my direct service activities. Once all that information is entered, you're all set. If you click on My Profile, you'll see a box with all of your information. You should always make sure that your email, address, and phone number are up to date. It's also an opportunity to change your password. Once you've changed any of this information, click Save. I'm done for today, but I'll be back in just a couple weeks to enter more time. I'm going to click Log Out. I hope this has informed you on how to use the OnCorps reporting system, but if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to call our office at 517-492-2424. Thanks!